Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 richest people who now work normal jobs. Over our lives, we've likely encountered a lot of rich people or celebrities. Whether it be on TV, in newspapers, or in Hollywood blockbusters, we likely assume that their fame and fortune will last forever. But unfortunately for them, this is not always the case. You will be shocked at the major celebs and rich people who are now working normal jobs that might pay less than yours. Before we start, be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment I subscribed and I'll try to reply. So, coming in at number 10, we have Sprouse. If you grew up with the Disney Channel, you likely remember The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. Sprouse played one half of the Zack and Cody duo, acting as Zack. He's 24 and has played roles in over 14 movies and 12 TV shows. Due to this, he has an estimated net worth of $6 million. But for whatever reason, he hasn't had work since 2012. This may be the reason why he was spotted working as a restaurant host in 2016, a job notorious for its poor wages. In a TMZ interview, he admitted to working in the restaurant, but says he's far from broke, while other sources claim he needs the job to fund his video game addiction. Whatever the reason for the job is, I'm sure it's a big career change compared to being on the set. Next up, we have Beckham. Beckham is son of football star David Beckham and singer Victoria Beckham, also known as Posh Spice. The Beckham family reportedly have a net worth of over $1 billion. Despite this, David and Victoria insist they want their kids to live normal lives. This is why Beckham's 18-year-old son Brooklyn doesn't get any money from David. He works at a French cafe near their house washing dishes. He is only paid $4 an hour and works there every weekend. David's other sons, Romeo and Cruz, are also said to be starting work at the same cafe once they reach the right age. It's safe to say that David Beckham doesn't want to spoil his kids. It must feel pretty good knowing you probably earn more than Beckham. Next up, we have Sasha Obama. When Barack Obama was in office, his salary was $400,000 a year. But since his departure from his role as President of the United States, it's estimated the Obama family is now worth over $200 million. This is thanks to various book deals, movies, and speeches. It's no secret, this is down to the hard work of Michelle and Barack, and they're keen to inspire that same work ethic in their kids. This is probably the reason why Barack's 16-year-old daughter was spotted working a summer job at a seafood shack. However, as Barack was still president then, she was accompanied by 6 Secret Service agents who watched over her. It doesn't look like she's enjoying her unglamorous job too much. Next up, we have Jonas. I'm sure most of us know the Jonas Brothers. They're a famous Disney band which had their own TV shows, albums, and even a movie, but the band split up in 2012. So, what are the members doing now? Well, Joe has taken up acting and Nick has continued as a solo artist. But the one brother who has chosen a more normal job was the oldest brother, Jonas. Kevin is now an app developer and investor. He launched an app called Lloyd, which is a fast food related app in 2014. And thanks to his star status, he was able to get more than 20,000 people to download the app in only 24 hours. And by the looks of it, his career is flourishing. Next up, we have Frankie Muniz. If you're old enough, you likely remember the show Malcolm in the Middle. Frankie Muniz played Malcolm, the middle child of a goofy family, but he has since left the acting game. The 21-year-old is now a race car driver and has even raced in the televised Champ Car World Series. He says that he still loves acting, but racing is his true passion, and he says he's the happiest he's ever been in life. While race car driving may not be the most normal job on this list, it's definitely a leap from acting. Next up, we have Peter Ostrum. When Peter Ostrum was only 12 years old, he starred in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie back in 1971. He acted alongside the legendary Gene Wilder and made $500,000 from the movie. But his career in acting quickly faded away and he wasn't focused on by the media for years. That was until a 2014 article stated that Peter was now a vet in New York. At first, he denied being a part of the movie, but eventually he admitted to playing the role. He says he looks back on his acting days fondly, but now loves saving animals. Coming up next, we have Vanilla Ice. Robert Winkle, or Vanilla Ice, was an incredibly popular rapper back in the 90s. Despite the fact that he does still do the occasional show today, he isn't exactly topping the charts. But have no fear, Vanilla Ice has since branched out of the rapping world. He now builds houses and even has his own show on the DIY network about developing and selling houses. He began flipping homes and then moved discreetly on to study design and construction at school. He now has a very successful career despite not telling the public about the change before his show's launch. It's safe to say Vanilla Ice's career transition was as smooth as ice. Next up we have Jack Gleeson. Jack Gleeson played the role of evil boy king Joffrey in Game of Thrones. However, the character eventually passed away, unfortunately along with the rest of Jack's acting career. He said the show made him stop liking acting as much. Luckily, he netted a large sum of money from the show and now lives in London. He currently does one of the most normal things a 20-year-old can do, go to college. He is now pursuing an education at a prestigious English university and will likely not go back to acting. Coming up next, we have Chris Owen. Chris Owen experienced his big break playing the role of Chuck Sherman, aka Shermanator in American Pie. He was featured in all 3 American Pie films, but since then, he's gone from the Shermanator to a sushi waiter. He was spotted waiting tables at a sushi restaurant in California. When asked about this, he says life doesn't always go as planned. Apparently, he's now finding it hard to find acting work and has to do the job to support this. However, he says he does like meeting fans while working at the restaurant. I hope he finds some good roles soon. Next up we have Danny Lloyd. At the age of only 6, Danny Lloyd starred in one of the scariest films in the world, The Shining. However, a lot can change over time and Danny is now 44. He has since studied biology and now teaches it at a college in Kentucky. He says he is proud of his past life as an actor, but now has a newfound love for teaching. This is probably one of the most commendable normal jobs on this list, as Danny now wants to help biology students to change the world. I forgive you for scaring me in The Shining now. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you can vote for the most surprising celebrity who now works a normal job. But as always, thanks for watching, check out some more videos on screen right now, leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.